appreciate Bill and love him and just appreciate his testimony. He'll share that this time. Bill, we're glad. Good morning. Good morning. The preacher said I've got about 10 minutes to do this, and I've never been able to give my testimony in 10 minutes. Please bear with me. I'll try to do it as quick as I can. I was raised in a quasi-Christian home. We would go to church every once in a while, usually just on Christmas and Easter and special occasions. If things weren't going too good, we'd go to church if it helped out. When I was about 8 or 9 years old, a bunch of boys that I was running around with went down to be saved. And of course I didn't want to be left out, so I went down with them and went through the motions, dipped in the water. It really didn't mean anything to me because, like I say, I went down just because that's the they went down. I didn't want to be left out of the group because we'd run around all of our lives. Anyway, I did that, and to say the least, my life as I became a teenager and a young man was not a life of a Christian. I was in the military at 18 years old and overseas, and I won't go into what all I did there and so forth, but I did not honor Jesus Christ. I came back, went to college, met my wife in college when I was 25, Linda, and we got married, and we moved into a little community there in Denton, Texas, and we started going to a little Baptist church down there, because Linda really wanted to go, and I said, okay, we'll go, type thing. And we went, and Linda then decided she's going to join the church. Oh, no, don't do this. She goes, now we're going to join. I said, no, I don't want to join. Well, so that means by joining, I'm going to have to really get involved in this thing. Well, one Sunday, she just up that she's going, so we got up and walked down the aisle. So I'm sitting there going, guess I better go along too, so here I go. And it kind of gets funny from here on. I'm hard of hearing. And so is the preacher. So I go down, and I tell him I'm going to join the church. Well, he didn't understand what I said. He asked me if I've ever been saved. Did I know Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior? I didn't understand what he said. So I kept saying I want to join the church, and he kept asking the question. So we went back to talk. Again, you have to understand what my motive was for coming down there. Let's go with Linda. He led me through the prayer. I said this prayer. Got up in front of the church again. Of course, I told him then I didn't need to be baptized. I'd already been done once. I didn't know why I need to do it again. So we didn't get baptized. I didn't get baptized again. Or dipped in the water. And then I did the toughest thing that I've ever tried to do in my life. That was to live a life of a Christian and not be a Christian. It was the worst, about a year and a half, really. Terrible struggle, people. I mean, I would fall down, and I would fail badly. I'd go down and talk to Roger, the preacher, and he'd go, well, you just got to sing, you need to ask God to forgive you. And so, of course, I'd pray and ask God to forgive me, and no time at all, I'd be doing it all over again. It was just a continuous battle, and like I say, it was about a year and a half. But it was just a terrible burden. But we had a great young married couple at that time. Like I was 25, 26 then. And we did everything together. No difference, man. We were always doing something on the weekends because none of us had very much money for us to go to the movie. It was a big thing for us to be able to do. But we would play 42, 84 every weekend at somebody's house. It was there for a while. I really never got to know Linda because we was always at somebody's house or somebody's house was at our house every weekend or even sometimes, and in the summer just almost every night. But there was one person there that we fellowship with. His name was Jack Aldridge. Jack was a Sunday school teacher. And every time I was around Jack, I was so convicted. I just knew Jack knew that I was a Christian. I don't know why. Jack never said a word. It was just the way he looked at me, and I perceived that he just knew that I wasn't. I felt so uncomfortable around Jack. But like I say, we did everything on the weekend. Jack was one of the main ringleaders, so I was always around him. And God used Jack to convict me of it. So one Saturday night, December the 5th, 1973, we were at Jack's house playing 42. And man, I really felt the conviction. God just was really convicting me. And of course, how I was then, I thought I had to walk the aisle to be saved. I didn't know you could do it just anywhere you wanted to, as long as you asked Jesus to come in. I thought you had to walk the aisle. So I told Linda that Saturday night, I just know I'm not saved. I said, I don't care what Roger says, whatever. If I feel the same way Sunday morning, I'm going to walk the aisle and I'm going to ask Jesus to come into my heart. Well, I woke up Sunday morning and I felt the same way. I I waited at the church service, and when we had the invitation, I went down there, and Roger said, well, you just need to pray. I said, no, Roger. Well, no, Roger, you're right. I do need to pray, but I need to ask Jesus to come into my heart, and I need to get up and testify and tell the church that I've been living my life. And that's one of the toughest things you've had to do if you've been in a church. And I was active. That door was open, I was there. I taught, at that time we had RAs. I was working with the RAs. Went with them on summer trips and things. So it was tough to get up front of that church and tell them I was living life for a year and a half. But I did. I prayed the prayer, sent a prayer, and I asked Jesus to come into my heart on December the 7th, 1973. And got up and told the church, and I looked at Roger and I said, now I want to be baptized. And we were, and I was baptized. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's just been great. You know, it's been great, but it's still a struggle. I have a hard time letting God do anything in my life for some reason. I can let him have the big things. I don't have a problem with that. If the car breaks down, something's going to cost a bunch of money. Lord, take care of that. I ain't got money to take care of it. But let me have a screen door that's broken, and I can fix that screen door without the Lord's help. Well, I do have to ask the Lord to help me. But I've got a verse I just want to share with you. It's Matthew chapter 11, verse 28 to 30. I'm sure most of you know this by heart, probably. Come to me, all who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in soul, and you shall find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my load is light. And that's been my verse since December the 7th. I've been on that, his load is light. And I made it a burden. My Lord is not a burden. So if anybody's here today, live this, I just pray that God would send you a jack, but that you would come to know Jesus as your Savior. Today's the best day you can do it. I think it's so much better. Thank you.